Nos ve siempre Miki con nada.
Okay, good afternoon everyone. Just a reminder of all the housekeeping as usual. We'll start with broadcast questions, which Geraint will kick us off with. Just a reminder, no social media postings during the broadcast part of the press conference, and then we'll move on to the Daily's briefing, embargo till 10:30 tonight. You should all have the squad news now. If you don't, raise your hand afterwards and I'll pass it on to you. And if there's any questions in regards to the squad news, just let me know afterwards. Geraint, do you want to get us started? Thank you.
Afternoon, Mauricio. The weekend results have got many people excited, not just Tottenham fans, but neutrals as well. Chelsea losing, yourselves winning, the gap at last has come beyond that 10-point mark. How do you assess now the title race with little time left in the season? How do you assess the title race now after the weekend's results?
No, it's true that, but for us, it's true that we reduced the gap, 3 points. But it's true it's a big gap, still big gap. 7 points is massive difference. For us, is to be focused in trying to win games. Our challenge is win the next game, step by step, game by game. That is the most important for us. Try to improve our last season. That we are improving our last season in terms of numbers. And I think to be consistent is true. It's our challenge too. And but I think it's so difficult to say that because of we reduced 3 points. I think it's still a lot of work to do, but still big gap with Chelsea.
In terms of the next couple of games, just how important now? Just focusing on the next couple of games now, obviously Swansea and then at the weekend with Watford. Pressure. Chelsea have a bit of pressure applied on them now by the weekend's results. Just how important now are the next two games that you don't falter and you keep that pressure on Chelsea?
It's true that Chelsea 1 year, not 2 year, I think 2 years and a half, they won the Premier League, and I think the 80% of the player they have experience about to manage the pressure. I think they can win or they can lose, but it is not about to put pressure in them or stress. I think for us it's important to be focused in Swansea now, like was against Burnley, and try to get the 3 points. We are fighting for being on the top 4 and the top, of course, on the higher on the table. We need to keep our position second on the league, and then we'll see what happens. But our focus must to be Swansea and forget what happened after or what another opponent, or in that case Chelsea, are doing in their game. I think it's important for us to keep focus and concentrate in our game. Swansea is the most important now, and try to get the 3 points. Will be a very tough game because they are battle for survive on the Premier League, and we need to be ready and concentrate in fight and every ball.
In terms of just concentrating on Tottenham, the word momentum is often used. You're on a roll. You're winning difficult games away like you did at the weekend. How do you feel the momentum is with Tottenham? If you just concentrate on your performances, your results, how much momentum do you feel you have?
I think the momentum is good for us. We feel good. We feel we trust in ourselves, in the way that we play. But it's true that we, after 29 games, we are a real contender now for the top 4, and that is a very good news for us. When we start the season, if we compare with another top 6 teams or teams that are below us, the inversion and the signing, I think massive inversion and massive signing, and we keep our philosophy, and I think is today if we assess the season, I think it's fantastic and it's a very good season we are doing, and it's a reality that we are there, second on the table, and now is the last period on the season that we must be focused and concentrate and try to give our best and try to fight to the end.
What's it like to be involved in a sport and in a league where you have a scenario where go back 48 hours, you're 10 points behind the leaders, yet within 1 week, if results go a certain way, come about 2:30, 2:45 on Saturday afternoon, you're 1 point behind the leaders.
Yes,
Crazy scenario.
yes, crazy, but that is football, and all can happen. That is good lesson for all. Is belief is the most important thing in football. Not only quality, run or be strong. Belief, faith, and fight. And in football, nothing is impossible, and that is our idea, is our philosophy. We need to keep going in that direction. And it's true that the Premier League is tough to play and win every game and compete because it's so competitive, the Premier League. But if can happen, yes, of course, can happen. And our mind must to be positive and try to imagine and dream and believe and give our best. And if we will be focused only in the next game and nothing around or nothing after, I think if we are positive, I think we can get the 3 points. But first of all, we need to play. We need to be better than Swansea, and it's sure that we will need to fight a lot against them.
You've kindly sent out a medical bulletin, but can I just ask about Harry Winks? Exactly what happened and what the scenario is now for Harry over the next couple of days, why you assess the injury?
Yes, today he is doing now in half an hour another scan, and in that moment we will see which is his real problem. We hope that no big issue, but it's true that it will be difficult to play again this season. Sure, will be difficult.
What exactly happens?
He twists his ankle, but now we need to see what happened in his ankle. No, we need to see the scanner and then start his recovery. But first of all, we need to know what happened in his ankle.
So, just one final question.
Yes.
Mauricio. Just where we are now, we're in April, we're in that final running on the season. What lessons have you learnt, or are you still learning from last season? A different scenario, I take it, this season from last season. But what do you learn from what happened last year that you're putting into place this year?
I think we talk a lot about the last season, and it's true that in football it's important to learn from all the good and the bad experience. For me, it's easier to explain. It's about mentality. It's about never give up. It's to be concentrated to the end. Wasn't last season about problem about physical condition. Was that we switch off. We were switch off in our mind after Chelsea, and we concede Arsenal the second place, and that was what happened last season. Is what we need to learn is never give up. It's always fight. It's always to be concentrate. Is to fight to the end. Happen what happened, and give our best. It's all football is about mentality. It's about the energy in your mind, not only in your body. No.
Any more broadcast questions?
No, there is a squad's entry list.
I'll send it to you if you haven't got it. Sorry, it's my bad. Tom.
Rich, I just wonder if I could ask you about Luke Shaw, because Jose Mourinho has said this weekend he question Shaw's commitment, his application, his attitude, and obviously you worked with him for a long time and got a lot out of him.
He's not my player. It's not my problem.
What about his personality? And
It's not my player. It's not my problem.
Move it on, Tom.
Sorry.
can I ask about Danny Rose then as well? What's the situation? He saw a specialist, is that right, on last week?
I think that you communicate, no? It's very positive. It continues his recovering. Yes, it's in a good way.
Do you think he positively will be able to play again this season and now?
This season?
Yeah.
Yes, of course. Yes, I hope that. Yes.
Victor looked okay when he came through on Saturdays. Is he in contention for Wednesday at least?
We need to assess tomorrow. Today wasn't on the pitch.
Sorry.
Yes.
It's on the squad news. I don't know why you're asking.
Okay.
It's what I don't understand.
Okay. Sorry.
Baffling.
We'll see. We'll see. He will have a chance maybe to be on the squad, but we need to assess tomorrow him.
Okay. All right. Can we have the cameras off now, please? Thank you.